Hello everyone, I'm Shivam Pasari and welcome to ASN Academy. So as you can see from the title of this video, in this video we'll solve another simple question on the topic of remainders, and the question has been taken from CAT 2024 Slot 1. So the question is as follows: if 10 raised to power 68 is divided by 13, the remainder is. So we have to find the remainder when 10 raised to power 68 is divided by 13. So I would like you to try this question first by yourself and then come back to the video for the solution. I hope that you've tried the question and you've got the solution, and if you didn't, then let's check the solution. So according to a given question, we are given that if 10 raised to power 68 is divided by 13, the remainder is. So we have to find the remainder when 10 raised to power 68 is divided by 13. So when we are given such big numbers, what we do is we try to make it small numbers, find the remainders, and then raise it to their powers, and then find the final remainder. So what we can do is we can write it as 10 raised to power 2 whole raised to power 34, as 2 into 34 is equal to 68, and we know the property as a raised to power mn can be written as a raised to power m raised to power n. So it is same as 10 raised to power 2 raised to power 34, and then we are dividing by 13. Now 10 raised to power 2 is equal to 100, so 100 raised to power 34 by 13. Now we know that 7 into 13 is equal to 91. So the closest multiple of 13 is 91. So we'll get a remainder of 9. So we can write it as 9 raised to power 34 divided by 13. Now this is only possible when we are finding the remainders. So this is a trick that we use. So we have got 9 raised to power 34. Now again we'll do the same. The closest multiple to a power of 9 is equal to 9 square. So 9 square is 81, and we know that 6 into 13 is equal to 78. So we'll get a remainder of 3. So we can write it as 9 square raised to power 17 divided by 13. So we'll get a remainder of 3. So we can write it as 3 raised to power 17 divided by 13. So you can see that our number is constantly decreasing. So we'll get the remainder soon. Now again, I can think of a number as 3 raised to power 3, which is equal to 27. And the closest multiple is 13 into 2, that is equal to 26. Now in this case, we'll get a remainder of 1. Now try to find in such cases that we'll get a remainder of 1 very soon. But in this case, we got it at a later stage. But in most of the cases, you'll get it at a very early stage and you'll solve the question very easily. So we'll find it how. So I can write it as 3 raised to power 3 whole raised to power 5 into 3 square divided by 13. Now this part is simply gone because the remainder of 3 raised to power 3 raised to power 5 is simply 1, because 1 raised to power 5 is 1 only, and we'll get 9 by 13. Now since 9 is a single digit number and it is less than 13, so our final remainder is 9 only. So you can see that in such simple steps we have got a remainder of such large number. So I'll repeat what we did. First we had our question, then we transformed it to a bit smaller part by using the formula a raised to power mn is equal to a raised to power m raised to power n. Then we got our first remainder, that is 9. Then we again find out the closest number, that was 78, and then we got our second remainder, that was 3, and then we found out the golden number, that is equal to 1, or try to find 1 or minus 1. In both the cases we'll find a solution soon, and since we got our number 1, that is the golden number, then the question was simply solved, because 3 raised to power 3 raised to power 5 is equal to 3 raised to power 15, and this will simply be turned as 1, and then we only had to multiply 3 square, and since it was less than 13, our final answer was 9. So you can see that in such simple steps we have got our solution.